Guys, wait until you see what we have to show you today. Look, if I had a budget between $700 or $1.2 million plus, and I was moving to South Denver Metro, I would not be looking in Highlands Ranch. I would not be looking in Castle Rock. Guys, I'd be looking here. By the end of the video, you're going to understand exactly why. Because there is a neighborhood in Parker that most buyers moving to Colorado completely overlook. And the reason they skip it is the exact same reason the right buyer ends up obsessing over it. Now here's the thing, this place is not for everyone, but for the right buyer, the Pinery might be one of the most unique lifestyle options in the entire South Denver Metro. Look, the first mistake buyers make with the Pinery is trying to understand it like a normal Parker subdivision. On paper, it looks simple. Parker address, you have larger homes, more trees, bigger lots. But guys, in person, I mean, look at this place. It doesn't behave like a standard suburban grid. The roads bend, the lots shift, and the homes sit differently. Some pockets feel more connected. Others feel like you crossed into a completely different pace of life. And I get it, because I felt it myself. The first time I drove deeper into the Pinery, guys, I was mind blown. This neighborhood is unlike anything I've seen in the metro area before. It's like you're living in the mountains without actually being in the mountains. I had a couple relocate here from Arizona a few years back. And guys, these buyers were convinced they wanted northern Colorado. Then they decided they wanted land. So we switched gears and expanded their search. And guys, eventually they ended up seeing this home in the Pinery. It's actually a couple blocks from where I am right now. And guys, that was it. The search was over. Because as soon as they drove through the neighborhood and walked through that front door, they fell in love immediately. His budget ended up even being higher than they originally planned. And they didn't even care. 3 years later, they're still out here, still happy. That's the Pinery effect. People miss this online. It's one of those neighborhoods just on screen. It looks like another Parker neighborhood with larger lots and trees, but in person, it reads completely differently. The Pinery isn't selling square foot. It's selling the feeling of finally having room to breathe. If you're thinking about the Pinery or anywhere in the South Denver Metro, text me. My number's on the screen. We'll help you find the right pocket before you make the wrong call. Now guys, I told you we're gonna figure out by the end of this video if this neighborhood is for you or not. So let's look at who thrives in the Pinery. You're not buying here for convenience. You're buying here to tuck away, to get your own little corner and get away from the noise. You're getting that mountain life without steep mountain roads. The Pinery is the remote worker who wants calm. It's the buyer who's okay with a little bit of a commute in exchange for the peace and quiet of their home. It's for someone who wants space. You want room to breathe and a house that actually feels like a retreat when you pull in at the end of the day. Now, you're not in the middle of nowhere. Parker amenities are still super close. Downtown Parker is nearby. You're still connected to the South Metro. But relative to Denver, relative to the closer in suburbs, the Pinery is definitely tucked away. And guys, that's exactly the point. Now, who should probably skip it? If you need the energy of Denver close by, or walkable nightlife, or a neighborhood where spontaneous plans don't require getting in the car, this definitely isn't your space. If you're commuting into downtown Denver 5 days a week, you need to run that route before you commit. It's not impossible, but something you need to feel before you decide. And if you're a new construction only buyer who needs everything clean, simple, and easy to read, the Pinery is going to ask more from you than that. Now here's the line that tells me everything about you as a buyer. When you hear trade a little convenience for a house that feels like a retreat, do you lean in or do you want out? That reaction, guys, is gonna tell you almost everything. All right, guys, now I didn't quite expect this, but I gotta show you. Right behind me, there's some deer here. Literally, my friends right here. We got some B-roll of them. Or right there, you got deer here. When I say this is where Pinery gets interesting, I actually had a different agenda, but I had to show you the deer. But guys, the range is wide. Depending on where you are buying in the neighborhood, the experience is completely different. But here's what almost every pocket has in common. It feels wooded, it's private, you have deer walking through your property. It feels like your own little sanctuary. Now, there are definitely pockets that are better than others. Some give you more space, some sit closer to neighbors, some are more established and wooded, and some are newer and more open. And then you have your luxury pockets where we are talking $1 to $2 to $3+ million homes. That's why you just can't search the Pinery on Zillow and call it a day. Where you land in this neighborhood matters a lot. The homes themselves are where it gets fun. Most modern neighborhoods, you got 4 floor plans scattered across 300 homes. That's just not the case here. Every time I pull up to a new listing in the Pinery, I'm genuinely excited to see what it looks like. The variety is real. One area I want to call out specifically is the timbers at the Pinery. We're standing in it right now. This is the luxury end of the neighborhood. Homes pushing into the millions, larger lots, higher end finishes in a completely different feel. And then you've got what I call the original Pinery. Pinery. Long driveways, deep wooded lots, homes that have been updated over the years, each one sitting on its own piece of land with its own character. And that's the great thing about this neighborhood, is you could get $1 million homes or homes in the $600,000 to $700,000 range. Then on the trails, this is something most people don't talk about enough. The Pinery has miles of internal greenbelt trails winding through the neighborhood. And if you want more, Castlewood Canyon State Park is about 15 minutes away. One of the most underrated hikes in the entire South Metro. So you're literally getting a mountain feel like you're going on a hike, but you're on the east side of I-25. Now, let's talk about some of the trade-offs of the Pinery. The most expensive part of the Pinery might not be the price tag, guys. It might be the drive time, the older systems, the maintenance. On maintenance and updates, a lot of these homes were built in the 70s, 80s, 90s. You're not walking into a new build. Some have been beautifully updated. Others need real money. You're talking roof age, windows, HVAC, decks, drainage, all the unsexy stuff that matters after closing. So depending on the price of your home, you might want to plan on 1 to 3% of the home's value annually in maintenance. The house may be gorgeous, but it still wants a budget. On the commute, run the actual route before you decide. We tell you guys that all the time on this channel, but ultimately guys, Pinery to DTC can land about 25 to 40 minutes depending on timing. Downtown Denver, guys, that can push 35 to 60 minutes plus. And here's something most people don't think about. The deeper you are in Pinery, the more that commute time adds up. Guys, I'm in a deep pocket of the Pinery. You're talking 10 to 15 plus minutes just getting out of the neighborhood. So if commute matters to your week, the pocket you choose inside the Pinery matters too. On pricing, guys, like I've talked about, most typical homes land around that $750,000 to $950,000 range, with some homes in the $600,000 price point. But when you get into the timbers and the higher end homes, custom properties, they're going to push well beyond that 1.2 million. And another cost that most people don't think of is Colorado insurance has gotten real, especially with hail history, wildlife exposure, roof age, and tree coverage all in the conversation. So get an early insurance quote out here, guys. It's a non-negotiable. And before you buy, guys, run the Tuesday morning test. 7:18 a.m., you get a call at 8:30, someone forgot something for practice, and you still need to get across town. You gotta run that route when you actually drive it, not when the map is being polite. That one exercise will tell you more than any open house. All right, guys, now the real question, would I live in Pinery? Hell yeah, absolutely. Guys, it's almost hard doing this video because I'm sitting here driving through the neighborhood, going to these different spots, and I'm so in love with this place. But here's the one caveat. I would live here for the right house, the right lot, and the right pocket. I think Pinery is one of the most unique neighborhoods I've ever seen in the entire Denver Metro. You get mountain life without the steep mountain roads and the steep mountain price tag, because you get land and space like the far suburbs, but park amenities are close enough that you're not in the middle of nowhere. You've got the timbers at Pinery if you want full luxury. You got long driveways, wooded lots, and homes that feel like nothing else in the South Metro. And then you've got the original Pinery, where you got older homes that have been updated over the years, sitting on incredible lots with their own character and feel. This is like that forever neighborhood. You buy once and you live here for the next 5 to 10 to 15 plus years until the kids are out of the house. Now look, the wrong move in the Pinery is buying a house and hoping your routine catches up after closing, because guys, it won't. We covered what makes this place feel unlike anything else in the South Metro, who it's built for, who should keep looking, and why the pocket you choose inside the Pinery matters just as much as the house itself. If the Pinery is on your list, text me, guys. My number's on the screen. We help people sort through the pockets, trade-offs, commute, and day-to-day fit before you commit to the wrong house in the wrong section. Guys, we're jumping on a call with somebody who's relocating here from Texas today, and we're going to walk them through exactly this. So we want to help you guys too. As much as we love doing these videos, we love serving you more. And guys, that's why you need to check out the playlist below. The next video helps you compare the Pinery against other South Denver Metro neighborhoods and figure out where your life actually fits. Thanks for hanging out with me today. Cheers, and I'll see you in the next one.